Okay, friends, so remember, just like yesterday, we need to be respectful. We're going to track and speak. We're going to be following along. But today, we're doing our second reading, and you already read the story again for a second time. So we're going to be focusing on using context clues to figure out the meaning of new words. So context clues are words that are in the story that help us figure out what these words mean, okay? So I picked out a few words that I think that we need to we either circled yesterday or Miss Alice was like, oh, we probably need to go over those words. Okay? So I want you to write your name on your paper. Write your name and the date.
I like the name.
And write the date. 11/6/18, just like you did on your paper.
11.
Okay, so let's look at the first word. Put your finger on it, the first box. This word says guide. It says guide. And remember yesterday we talked about, their guide was named, what was their guide's name?
Jim.
Karina?
Jim.
Jim. Okay. So I want you to turn your paper over to the back. Your story. Take out your story. Turn it over to the back. And I want you to find where we circle the word guide in our story. Where we circled it yesterday. Remember where we circled it? Oh, right here. We circled it yesterday. Okay. Now, let's read that sentence. Put your finger on his. His name was Jim, and he was their guide. Just by reading that sentence, what do we think a guide is? What do we think a guide is, Karen?
A protector.
Okay, we can think it's protector. Karina? Someone to tell them to be careful. Okay, I'm going to read this sentence before this. It says, the driver was a kind-looking man with a bushy gray beard. So now what do we think a guide is? Leon?
A guy who gets speared?
It says he was a kind-looking man with a bushy gray beard. So he had a gray beard, like really big. But I want you to see the word. The driver was a kind-looking man with a bushy gray beard. His name was Jim, and he was their guide. Listening to those two sentences, what do we think a guide is? I want you to look at the sentence. Go to say where it says the. Right here. Go to where it says the. The. Right here. What does it say, Karen? It says the what? Okay, I want you to stop right there. She said, the sentence says the driver. So what do we think a guide is? Say it. A driver. Yeah, a driver. He drives people on a safari. So where it says definition on the top box, I want you to put a driver. Just like Miss Dallas is putting on her paper.
Let me see. I don't like this book.
I'm going to spell it for you. A driver. Just like Miss Dallas has on her paper. A driver. Yep, and this top box right here.
Where?
This one right here. Actually, I'm going to use my whiteboard because it's going to be easy. A driver.
Wow, I've never seen a driver.
A driver. A driver. Okay, and then the box below that says context clues. What clues in our sentence helped us find what it was? What did it say, Julian?
That he was driving a car.
Okay, he was driving. What kind of car was he driving?
A safari.
Not a safari. It's called a Jeep.
Jeep.
Yep. So let's put in the context clues. Let's put Jeep. J E E P. Sorry, my E is upside down. Jeep. Put that in the box below. Yep. Put Jeep right here, friend.
Jeep.
And then the big box, I want you to draw a picture. What do you think a driver of a Jeep looks like? Draw him. Draw what you think Jim would look like. Remember, he has a long gray beard. So draw a picture of Jim.
Here?
In the big box right here where it says sketch. Your dear's got it. Oh, friends. Draw your picture. Yep, draw a big beard on there.
What's going on with table 5?
Look at mine.
Draw your picture.
Look at my beard.
Okay, but draw the rest because we're going to move on.
You said long. I said long. Look at mine. Look at my beard.
Okay, you're putting your things back in your envelope.
Focus on your paper. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, then we're moving on to the next word.
Listening to me right now. When I ring the bell, it's back.
20 seconds. 20.
Now,
15.
and donuts are lighting up.
Look at the beard.
10 seconds.
Look at mine. It's long.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's move down to the next word. What's the next word?
Everybody go sit back down.
What's the next word?
Soundly.
Soundly. So let's turn our paper over to the front.
I'm going to repeat the directions again.
And let's find the word soundly. And when you find it on your paper, I want you to circle it on the front. On the front. When you find the word soundly, I want you to circle it.
I'm going to fix that now. I asked donuts to line
I found finally.
I'm looking for soundly.
We're having a
Oh, I
Find it?
found it.
Yep, circle it when you found it.
I just got it. Here it is. Right here?
Soundly.
Yeah. It's next to the slit.
Can you help her?
Wait, Karina, do you got it?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's read that sentence. Let's go back to the beginning. It says, Kevin looked at his parents, who slept soundly in another bed across from him. He wondered, how could they be so calm? From those two sentences, what do we think the word soundly means? Karina.
How could it be calm?
So we think soundly means to be calm. What do we think, Leon? What do we think soundly means? Do we think it means to be calm?
Do you make a little sound?
So it says, Kevin looked at his parents who slept soundly in another bed across from him. He wondered how they could be so calm. Karina said she thinks it means calm. What do you think?
I think it means a little bit of sound when they're sleeping.
Okay, so do you think they're making a little bit of sound while they sleep, or do you think they're not making any sound while they sleep?
A little bit. But not loud.
Okay, what do we think? What do we think? Do we think that's a good answer? That maybe they're sleeping in a way that's like they're making a little bit of sound, but not too much. They're pretty calm. They're pretty calm sleepers. Do we agree with that? Okay, so we're gonna write that in our definition box on the bottom. Okay?
Soundly?
Nope. In this box right here,
green stars, get your position.
we're going to write.
Soundly?
We're gonna write. What do we say? We said they sleep. Sleep. What is another word for calm that we can use? Peace.
David is going to get
Peaceful.
Sleeping peacefully. Let's write that. Sleeping peacefully. Miss Dallas is gonna write it.
Sleeping.
I'm gonna show you. Sleeping peacefully.
Peacefully sounds funny.
Sleeping peacefully.
Did it.
Oh, we're right by over here. Okay, and then what context clues helped us figure out what the word means? What word helped us figure out the word, what it means? I think Karina said it before.
Calm.
Calm. So let's write that in the top box. Let's write the word calm.
And soundly? I know this is it.
Nope, in the box above our definition.
Context?
Yep, and context clues.
Okay.
And then I want you to draw a picture in the big box. What do you think it looks like to
yellow
sleep
stars and
peacefully?
red stars. Get
Draw a picture.
In this box?
Yep.
You need SpongeBob, friend.
Draw a picture. What do you think it means to
draw.
sleep peacefully?
Friend, I don't know what you're doing over there, Sophie, but that's not what we're doing. Friends, are doing their
Friends,
station.
focus on what we're doing over here. Draw a picture what you
Friend,
think it
I'm not
means
gonna help you anymore.
to sleep
Dark
peacefully.
and red stripe.
What do you think it looks like to sleep peacefully?
There's your middle.